Here is something that happened in my editing workflow about 3 months ago. I had just finished recording a video, the footage was fine, the audio was clean. But when I opened my editing software, I felt that familiar wave of overwhelm. Timelines, keyframes, LUTs, nesting, color grading. Honestly, it felt like I needed a film degree just to post a 10-minute video. That is when I decided to try something different. I closed the expensive software and I opened CapCut. Adobe Premiere costs hundreds of dollars a year. Final Cut Pro costs $300 upfront. DaVinci Resolve Studio version is nearly $300 and CapCut is completely free. So here is the question this episode investigates. Can a free editor genuinely replace a professional editing setup worth $1,000 or more? To answer this, I ran a simple test. I took the same 10-minute video and edited it twice, once using only CapCut's free version and once using professional editing software. I compared them on 4 things: ease of learning, core features, export quality, and advanced capabilities. No tutorials, no prior experience with either tool beyond what I already knew. Just a real beginner's test. Let's get into round 1, ease of learning. For this, I timed how long it took me to make a basic edit, just cutting out pauses, adding some simple text, and dropping in background music. With CapCut, I was up and running in under 5 minutes. The interface is clean, everything's labeled, and there's a helpful onboarding pop-up for each tool. It felt almost like editing on my phone, but with more control. Switching to the professional software, things got complicated. There were toolbars everywhere, and just figuring out where to import footage took a minute. Basic edits needed more clicks, and I had to Google how to add text. In total, it took me almost 15 minutes to create the same edit. And honestly, I still wasn't confident I'd done it the right way, so who wins round 1? For beginners, CapCut absolutely takes it. It's simple, fast, and friendly, no manual required. Professional software has a steeper learning curve, and if you're just starting out, that's a huge barrier. CapCut gets the point for round 1. Alright, round 2, core features. And, this is where we really need to be honest about what a beginner actually needs, so let's break it down. Cutting and trimming footage, adding text and images, adding captions, basic transitions, and exporting in full HD, that's 1080p. That is the list. Honestly, that's what 90% of YouTube creators need for their first year. CapCut does all of those things, and in most cases it actually does them faster than professional software because, well, there's just less clutter. The overlay system is drag and drop. The captions are auto-generated with one click. The transitions are pre-built and easy to apply. Now, professional software can do these things too, of course, but the workflow is slower. More clicks, more menus, and really more opportunities to get lost. So the winner for this round is a tie. Both tools can handle the core features, but for speed and ease, CapCut pulls ahead. So yeah, it's a tie with a bit of a caveat. CapCut is the better choice for beginners who just want to get things done. Moving on, round 3, export quality. Because honestly, what does it matter if the editing is easy if the final video looks bad? So I exported the same video from both tools at 1080p, 30 frames per second, MP4 format. Then I watched them side by side on a large monitor. And here's the honest truth, I could not tell the difference. Neither could the 3 people I asked to blind test them. At standard YouTube resolution, the quality is identical. Winner, tie. Both tools export perfectly watchable 1080p video. If you're not doing professional color grading or advanced audio mixing, and as a beginner, you're really not, you will not notice a difference. Now, round 4. Advanced features, and well, this is where professional software finally wins. Professional editing software offers multicam editing, advanced color grading, professional audio mixing, motion tracking, custom animations, and honestly, 100 other features that CapCut either doesn't have or just doesn't do very well. But here's the question though, does a beginner need any of those features? No. You don't need multicam editing for a faceless YouTube channel. You don't need advanced color grading when your audience is watching on a phone. You don't need professional audio mixing when your voiceover is AI generated. So winner for advanced features, professional software. But, you know, that's like saying a professional racing car has a higher top speed than a mid-size family SUV. True, but pretty irrelevant if you're just driving to the shops. So after testing both tools across 4 rounds, here is my honest verdict. CapCut wins on ease of learning. It ties on core features. It ties on export quality. It loses on advanced features. But here is the crucial question. How many of those advanced features do you actually need for a beginner creating a YouTube channel, especially a faceless channel like G's AI Lab? The answer is 0. You do not need advanced color grading. You do not need multicam editing. You do not need motion tracking. You need to cut footage, add text, add captions, add transitions, and export. CapCut does all of that for free. So can a free editor replace a $1,000 editing setup for a beginner? Yes, unequivocally yes. For a professional filmmaker working on a feature film? No. But that is not you, and that is not me. Now here is something I have not shared before. CapCut is not the only tool I use, it is the last tool I use. InVideo generates a first draft with stock footage, music, and voiceover. Then I bring that draft into CapCut to add my G character, fine-tune the captions, and add the finishing touches. That is my workflow. But later in this series, I will be reviewing InVideo against other rival video-generating AI tools, so keep your eye out for that episode. First though, episode 4. I will be diving into DeepSeek, Perplexity, Claude, and Lovable. And eventually, I will answer the question everyone asks. Can you actually make money with a faceless YouTube channel? Also, I will soon be getting around to the AI tools that have been requested in the comments. I just need some time to play with them. Subscribe so you do not miss the failures, because I promise you there will be failures. If you are tired of AI hype and want to see what actually works for a beginner with no budget, hit subscribe, leave a comment. What editing software do you currently use? Have you tried CapCut? Do you think a beginner needs expensive software? Let me know. I read every comment and will respond as soon as I can. I am G, stay curious. And remember, you do not need expensive tools to create valuable content. You just need to start. See you in the next video. Until then, keep your eye out for G. I am here to help.